Good morning, children. Today we are going to learn about the responses from the people towards civil disobedience movement. In the previous class, we learned four major sections of Indian society and their response towards civil disobedience movement. Today we are going another subtopic that is related with the limitation of civil disobedience movement. Under this section, what we are learning, certain categories of Indian society, they kept themselves away from civil disobedience movement, not because of their issue, but the issues and programs designed by International Congress and other parties. Let's see which are the major group they very clearly, evidently returned or withdrawn from the national movement. Here we have two major group of people. They reacted negatively towards civil disobedience movement. That's why it is called a limitation. The first category, we know that in India there is one major category that was not systematically organized earlier. They were deprived of the society. They were treated as downtrodden. In Indian historical context, their name is referred as untouchables. And this untouchable community and their attitude is very important in the national movement, because we know that the people, the number of population or number of people belongs to this category was very high. That's why their response is very crucial. We know that in India, according to the Hindu caste system, the lower categories were neglected or ignored. They were not allowed in the social platforms. They were not allowed to use the public toilets, public bath, public roads, public places, etc. And that means a very strong opposition from the side of upper class Hindus. The untouchables, they gradually withdrawn from their original position. And that was the story of period before independence. We know that the most of the members of International Congress were hailed from the rich upper class community like Brahmins, Vaishyas, Kshatriyas, etc. And when this particular community came, they opposed these untouchables. So untouchable community left behind. And we know that in 1930, the great leader B.R. Ambedkar organized one association for the depressed class in India. That depressed class association was announced, and they politically demanded for political freedom and political equality. As a result of that, we earlier studied about Pune Pact and the Second Roundtable Conference, and the attitude of Mahatma Gandhi has changed due to Pune Pact. And in the Pune Pact, Mahatma Gandhi agreed to B.R. Ambedkar that he will directly involve in the upliftment programs of these aboriginal communities and what we call untouchables. As a result of that, Gandhi started so many constructive programs for the upliftment of the minorities. Not only minorities, that means the Adivasis. And he called them Harijan. And so during the civil disobedience movement, Mahatma Gandhi was not in the scene with this kind of community. That's why the support of the poor section, untouchable section, was not there in the civil disobedience movement. Or we can tell that the depressed class didn't supported Mahatma Gandhi during civil disobedience movement. Further, we are seeing that after the Roundtable Conference, Gandhiji started very strongly activities for upliftment of Harijan. That's why we know that particularly in the area of Nagpur. In Nagpur area, we know that the place of our Baba Sahib Ambedkar, the depressed class was organized there. Because of that, in those areas, the depressed class and their support was very meager. Like Muslims also, they didn't support civil disobedience movement in a great extent because of the attitude of Muhammad Ali Jinnah. That's all. Thank you.